GM fam, we are live with your host Phil X Contreras, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the love, the drama, and the vibes. Things like if dinosaurs are going to basically take over the Solana space in a couple of months, or if Magic Eden bought Pokemon, and if Tiles is ready for a pump, and of course my secondary watch list. So note that this isn't financial advice, just what I like in cartoon JPEGs as entertainment. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is basically this Clayno airdrop that just literally just came out. So it was a smooth mint. Let's just start there. And what we just got is these little machines as the next thing. Basically, it could be like making clay or something like that. And this is how it basically looks like. Here it is with this Claynosaurus clay maker you have on Magic Eden. And they have different classes here. You have this golden one, which seems like it's the most expensive one on Magic Eden, and there's probably going to be a purpose for that one. And then you have as well this purple one, and then you have a green one as well, a blue one, different classes. And from reading this Twitter thread right here, it seems like this guy kind of figured out, well, this DAO figured out how this could possibly play out with these clay makers. And he basically says through this whole scenario, you basically these will be like Play-Doh being airdropped, and it will be baked into the dinosaurs by using the clay maker. And then from there it'll be classified, by different things like the defender, the warrior, the tracker, gatherer, mender, stalker. And then from there he basically predicts at some point these clay makers will, give these, I guess, like some kind of rarity. So from here, he says, we contend that the greens will be burned after assigning class to one dino, pinks will be burned after assigning classes 2 times, and golds will be able to assign classes unlimited times, where clay makers' ability to change classes. So this is definitely a nice theory right here. Even Claynosaurus retweeted it. So as you can see, the gold ones are at a higher price. So for me, I received the regular common one. I'm not surprised. I always get these regulars all the time. I never got nothing special in my mints. So, and I'm never expecting one as well. But overall, the Claynos are doing well, and we're gonna go look at the chart as well down the line. Now, on other news, we have Magic Eden. Magic Eden basically just came out with this Pokemon, and this Pokemon right here, we have no clue what it's gonna be. It's a new PFP. They said, "Who is this?" And all I can think of is that what do you call it? That not Jigglypuff. Yeah, Jigglypuff. Well, it kind of looks like a Jigglypuff, or the one with the egg. It's one or the other. I just don't remember what the name of that Pokemon is, but it looks like it. Is there a collab between them? Probably not. What I'm thinking is Magic Eden has something down the line with maybe it's their magic tickets. I don't know. Maybe it's the magic box, but something is coming down the line. I think it looks really cool. The art just looks for me amazing. It has a nice clean look to it, and it's cute. I mean, I really enjoy it. I mean, I could rock it, but who knows what they're coming out here. People are just playing around here on these tweets here. Here we go. Here's the Pokemon, whatever this is. Togepi, I guess is his name, but yeah, definitely looks like him. So we're going to find out eventually what this is, and then we're also going to look at the chart for magic tickets as well. On other news, the 50 Souls of Punk just came out with, another third Punk out there. And this one is, it's an interesting one, but you kind of start to see the trend with these Punks now not really hyping up on the charts. The first one, when I got into that one, that thing exploded from 9 Soul to 18 Soul. That one was really unexpected, I would say. But the second one kind of had a small little bump as well. But this third one kind of just fell off a cliff. Seems like, the hype is, kind of falling off. But there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more punks being warmed whole from Ethereum. I overall enjoy this right here. This whole, this whole story, this whole lore of 50 punks, being like Galaxy transported from Ethereum to Solana, and HGSO being behind it. HGSO even shared some alpha on this project as well. He gave out a tweet. Oops, wrong person right here. But he gave out a tweet as well, basically saying, let's see if we got it right here. 50 punks GM experiment just getting started. We're not alone. Log entry number 4. The recent events have yielded unexpected results. 3 more punks have decided to move over to the space, and with them, some unexpected things have been carried over. What started as an experiment is proving to be much more. Stay put, we're not alone. So there is some secrecy behind this. I mean, I thought that as well. I was thinking that they're not just gonna transport and wormhole these things and then that's it. There's probably a lot more to this. So we're also gonna look at the charts on that one. Now, this other one is quite crazy. I never even heard of this project until it happened. So today, this project called Poverty Boys, it rugged. It just fell off a cliff. It supposedly came out. I think probably like 2 days, 3 days ago. I never heard of it. I never heard of this project, and I guess some people bought into it. They were hoping for a pump, and they got a pump, and not just a dump, but they got a zero with this one as well. So, it's NFT. It's a risky business. It's definitely, one would say it's not investing. It's like for me personally, it's like a watch. I don't know how to explain, a watch collection / hobby. So like, I like to buy art. I like to, trade art. I like to invest in art, and everything I do in it is just a side thing, a side hobby. It's not my actual real investments. And a lot of people do put a lot of money into this, and projects that that they put money into hoping it could make them returns, a lot of returns. And here you go, an example of one. Just it definitely did look like a red flag, but I mean, it's an NFT space. You just can't tell sometimes. But there you go, Poverty Boys, it rugged. And the other thing with this is, like, if there is high gains to be involved in NFT space, there's gonna be zero gains as well. Like the stock market, it's got its 5-10% gains here and there. It's very well regulated. If it was never regulated, this thing could go up and down like crazy, like in the NFT space, like in the crypto space. But that's the other part of it. Like, if people really want to like push, like to really regulate the NFT space, there's gonna be less gains and it's gonna be more safe. And you're probably only going to see like a 10% return, 20% return, or a 5% return here and there. And I'm just rambling right now about that. But anyways, we could probably talk more about that later on. All right. So in other news, we have this secondary market right here as well that I definitely want to look at. Let's look at it real fast and real quick. All right. So we have the Tiesco website right now. And on this Tiesco website, you can see the actual volume, which is the 24-hour volume, which we check every time we come on. Right now, it's at $2.50 million. Magic Eden is at 79%, and Core Cube is 11%, and Hadeswap is at 4%. So they kind of gained ground from like their 2% drop, and then so that they're back up again. I would say 5% here and there. Coral Cube is obviously in the lead on the 7-day and on the 1 month right now, but Hadeswap is definitely hanging in there as an AMM. I am expecting more AMMs to come out. And again, HGSO, it seems like he did predict more things will come out, because these are startups. Everyone is trying to beat everyone here. There's a lot of competition, so we're gonna see more things coming out eventually. But overall, the market, it's not bad. You can see definitely a little, a higher volume here than what it was before. So it's definitely, I would say, healthy, and it's not bad. It's not good. It's just healthy, especially after the whole bank mint situation that happened. As far as daily mints, it's still right here. It still hasn't moved. So this is one thing that I'm still looking at and still observing on how this is performing, compared to the past. And this is more involved on the creator royalty situation that's been going on for like the past 3 months, and which it's being solved as we speak. You have Metaplex coming in, you have Magic Eden with their own situation, with their own solution, and this is probably gonna stay this way until something is finally cured around that area. So that is basically what's going on right now. Unique owners is there is a slight support, I guess, right here. It's not like it's increasing like crazy, so you could definitely see it slow down just a little bit. But I always check this every day on what's going on, just to ensure things are still healthy. Now, as far as the secondary watch list, this is where we're finally able to talk. The last 2 weeks, I would say, was very, very boring because I was not looking. I wasn't able to find anything that was that was to the point to where I would want to buy, because everything was in the green. If you remember, everything was in the green. GM was going on, Svets. So everything was in green 2 weeks ago, and now we finally have some red. I mean, in the past we did have like a couple of reds here and there on my secondary watch list, but finally, there's some things that I'm finally able to look at. And like I said before, you don't have to mint everything. You don't have to buy everything. You can literally just wait patiently. And for me, I like waiting patiently, even if it's boring. Now, the last 2 weeks I was talking, and I just like to talk about projects because I like to research and everything, and I wait for these moments, for these final moments where I actually don't really have to dig deep, because I've been talking about it for the past week. I know what's going on. So this is why I do that, because now I'm ready. So Lunar is one project that is finally on the low levels. Something I'm finally able to say, like, could I? Oh man, just right when I'm talking about this, freaking Lunar, man. I was actually thinking about buying one, and then looks like someone just like right at this moment while we're talking, you just bought a Lunar or a bunch of them. But yeah, this is what I was looking at right here. It was looking good. It went all the way up to six Solana, and it's finally coming back down to 4.43. And this is where my range of my personal buying is going to be. And obviously, it just went up to 4.84 as we were just talking. So quite sad for me, because now I have to wait maybe a couple more hours to see if this will stay back down to 4.45 somewhere here for me to get in. So definitely on the huge radar now. Lunar, for sure. Lunar is a project that's part of this whole OpenDAO ecosystem. As you can see, it was created by the OpenDAO, and it's a 10K collection. And Lunar has 12 signs. Each one of them has their own token, and these tokens can be converted into the Lunar token, which hasn't came out yet. So you have these 12 right here. The zodiac signs, the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, and they all have their own token symbol. You stake them, you get whatever token it is. It's going to be interesting to watch all these fight against each other and what token is more valuable. But at the end of the day, they all can be converted to Lunar. And I think this is going to happen on the holiday. Like HG Sol, one thing that Sol Investor basically told me was HG Sol likes holidays, and as you can see, it probably is swinging that way. So that's why I have one for the long term, and I am trading the second and third one just on these specific days. So definitely a project that I'm definitely getting into. I'm watching it, and right here is where I'm going to get it. So probably in the next video, I'm probably gonna have my second Lunar here, and hopefully there's no more buying going on. So this is definitely one right now. I can't wait. But we shall see. So we have also we have Anybodies that is also kind of coming down. As we're talking every so often, it was at 34. It finally came down to 30. And now it's falling at 27. It went up a little bit 29, and it's falling back down to 27. Solana, and this project, if you're new here, this basically launched Toys R Us, which was, I would say, successful. Toys R Us definitely came out hitting hard, in my opinion. And a lot of people did not like the art, but dude, when I'm telling you that I got into Solana back in 2021, I never would have thought of seeing Toys R Us on Magic in my life. I thought this was going to happen in 2025, 2026, but here we are, 2022, and Toys R Us is on Magic Eden. This is like mind blowing to me, and people on Twitter are actually talking crap about this, which I'm kind of sad about it, because it's like they want everything, but in my personal opinion, I never thought this was going to come in such a short time frame. So I definitely thank them for coming on the space and building on Solana, and I can't wait to see what Toys R Us are going to do next. Again, the art, yeah, the art is not the best, okay, but they came in. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna do like an art upgrade sometime. Like we've seen it with the gods, we've seen it with other projects. Art upgrades are it's common. So something might come out with these giraffes. I don't know what the utility is gonna be, but am I gonna buy one? Probably not. Just to be honest with you, because I track a lot of projects, and with these projects, I can't buy them all, because when you're buying every single project out there, the quality dies down because you have so much quantity, and there's some people that can do it. There's some people can do it and are really good at it, but for me, I can only be in probably like less than 20 projects, and that's like that's how I can keep control of the information going into my mind about these projects. And if there's more than 20, I'm gonna dilute my brain with what these projects are doing, and I'm gonna forget about projects, and that's where I'm gonna lose money, because I can't keep up with every single thing out there. So yes, Toys R Us, probably great. There's probably people buying into this, and maybe trading it, swing trading it. But I'll probably hold on. Maybe next week I'll think about it and I'll add it to the watch list. But that's about it. I don't think I'll be buying unless it really does go to like 1 Sol or below for some reason. And then we'll adjust from there. But yeah, definitely a nice mint that came out from Anybody's. But the main topic was about Anybody's. So I almost lost track there. Anybody's, now that they launched Toys R Us, dude, these guys are gonna come out with another brand. They have their resume now. They have the resume, and they're like, look, freaking what's the next big thing out there? Let's say Disney. Oh, not Disney. Okay, let's just say Marvel, right? They're gonna be like, look, Marvel, we just came out with Toys R Us. We did this launch. Here's our resume with Toys R Us. Beautiful mint. What do you think? And then Marvel's probably gonna be like, wow, these are trustworthy guys. Everyone likes them. And Toys R Us actually, represents with these guys. We're definitely gonna go with you guys. And so that's what I'm waiting on now. I'm waiting for this next big project, whatever that's gonna be. And this thing is probably gonna pump back up after that announcement. Now, when is that announcement gonna come? I don't think anytime soon. I think it's probably gonna come out after next year, after Christmas and everything. I could be wrong, but that's gonna be my play. I'm gonna wait, and then it's probably gonna hit somewhere here, 23, which I'm probably gonna be okay with. The danger is that the listed supply is at 2%, which means that this could definitely lose a lot of value if people can't wait that long, and it could hit 5-10%. And then we could definitely reach back down to 15 Sol. So that's the hard decision right there. Is, am I gonna enter somewhere here around 22, or am I not? Or am I gonna wait for 15 Sol somewhere here? But that is also a risk, because the news could come out when it reaches at this level around 20 Sol. So that's the part right there on on swing trading this is that news. Like, where am I really going to miss out if I wait till this and it's never going to come? I mean, we just don't know. But I'm playing it. I'm playing it right now. I'm just waiting and waiting, but it's getting good. It's getting good. That's the main thing. So again, if you're new here, these are projects that I'm looking at, secondary watch list on what's on my radar. For you, you can add Toys R Us to your radar. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have to look out for what you, I would say what's preferable for you. So this is what's preferable for me. I've studied these. I love these projects, and for me, they're the best ones that I can definitely swing trade on or buy for a long term. But okay, so the next one, I'm definitely looking at. Where was it at? Oh, Metaplex. All right, so I've talked about this project. A lot of people, a lot of my friends, they they're not really into it, and I can understand why. First, it's very volatile. I've played with the validity of this, but it has gone from like 1.82. It went up to 3.30. It went all the way back down to 2, and then it came back to like 3, all the way back down to 1.7. Went all the way up to 3.50, and I've honestly just been playing that, and now it's finally getting to the same type of volatility level. It's hitting right now at 2.38, and I'm gonna wait till it gets to hopefully below 2.20, and then and buy a second and third one again, and then just play that off again. Again, I always have one. Like, if I really like a project like Clayno, like I traded that, but I have one. I always have one. Metaplex, I traded it, but I have one just in case if it's like a really good project, because these are projects that I think that are really good that I also keep on the side. So the Metaplex, I have one on the side on my little vault where I could probably keep this for a longer duration, maybe 3 months or 10 months or a year, who knows. But Metaplex is not just a project, but they have been building on the NFT space since 2021. These guys basically are trying to solve the creator royalty issue as well. They came out with this Metaplex white paper that they airdropped, and they also created the candy machine. They also upgraded the candy machine to version 2, which basically any project out there can do it with like no developer. And like just like, for example, it's Clayno. They were one project that basically came out with a Metaplex assistant. So here you have a Metaplex solution. You have a new asset class that enforces creator royalty. This is one thing that they're doing. There was a lot of drama here. There was a lot of back and forth between the Magic Eden dudes and these guys, and they were fighting on like if Metaplex was like taking over Solana or trying to take over Solana. You had back and forth between that because they all want market share and they don't want their competitors to fully win. It all makes sense. Yada yada. Let them fight it out. Hopefully we find a creator royalty solution. But that's what I'm playing with Metaplex, is that point right there. They're building. They're legit. And I definitely want to buy one, probably below 2.20. So this is coming as well. Again, finally some reds. Things are looking really good for me to buy some of this stuff. All right, so Parrot Tools, it's kind of leveled out. Not really much tools. Not really much news has came out with Parrot Tools. I'm also just waiting if something else will come out. I haven't watched this. But it hasn't been recorded either. But again, I'm still just waiting on something to pop out from Parrot Tools to see if I should really get into this one, because they're also huge builders, really cool guys. We had an interview with them, and they're building this whole whitelist creation product as well, which I would like to see how it plays out. So something to keep an eye out as well. Community 3, this one. It's getting kind of interesting. I mean, it's at 18.99, and there's projects out there that are a higher value than them. Like Famous Fox says they're a lot higher value than they're at. They're at right now. Is that 48 Solana? So I'm actually kind of surprised in that. Community was one of the biggest projects in in a long time. Let me see what their actual highest value was around 60 Solana, and then I bet that was like when Sol was like $100. And at that time, like, it was these guys at this point, these guys were like they were like how would I explain how they were, like, comparing the project to them. They were definitely like a Blocksmith Labs at that time, I would say. They were in that level, and it just kind of just died down, but they're still doing the same thing. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna, and I have to research on these guys because now that it's been at that low level, I really have to understand if they're really coming out with something, and then trade into that as well. So these guys, they're definitely something to look out for. I'm gonna do more research on them, and hopefully have something, but for not next week. What's today? Wednesday, for Friday, and see if this will be an actual nice movement. Now, here's some stats here. Community 3 is a technology SaaS company that does a B2B community solution. B2B basically means a business to business. A SaaS means a software as a service. So Community 3, they provide a software as a service to a business to business community. So basically, like, other projects out there, they give this project. So it's not really like to, like, customers like us. So parent company is named Opera Event, and basically company stats: earn 5,000, 100,000 a month per client, has 600,000 monthly active users. Clients like Magic Eden, YGG, the Sandbox, and Rifters. So interesting stuff right there. I mean, we can go down all this stuff, all the stats, but the main thing here is finding out what they're gonna do next. So we'll definitely look into that with Community 3, because that seems like an interesting price right there. 18 Sol. All right, so going down the list, I don't want to skip anything right now. Kikiverse, I mean, I'm holding off on this because the news already came out on their pilot program, which we talked about. It didn't really move much, so we're just gonna stand by on that. Utes, it's at 142 Solana. It's finally dipping down, but we're gonna skip that as well. Let's see what else there is. Okay, so let's get into the punks, which we actually talked about earlier with the news that they came out. So we had Punk 7148 that pumped up like crazy when it first came out. I did buy into this when HGS Sol announced it. I bought it around 8 Sol, and I sold it at around, I think it was 16 Solana, and it fell back down to 5 Solana. This was the first project on the 50 Sols of Punk, and then Punk 1561 came out as well. It did a smaller pump. It went to around 12 Solana, and it came back down to 5.95. The third Punk came out, and it kind of just fell down. But these punks are starting to seem very, very interesting. As far as, like, for me, like, I would probably maybe just buy one and just keep one, and then maybe buy a second one just to play with it. But I still don't know. But HGSO, just that last tweet that we were reading, something else is coming out besides it being wormhole, and we just don't know what it is yet. So another thing just to keep track on the side as well. All right, so we can skip over Saga Pass. There's not really much to talk about there. ABCs, there's not really much to talk about as well. It's still gaining a lot of value. It's up to 54 right now. So something still standing by and waiting. And then the other one is Elixir Ovals. I was actually hoping that this would come back down to like 8 Solana, but it never did. It still kept pumping, which I'm actually surprised about. So something that I'll have to wait maybe months, maybe like 3 months, if it ever comes back down for me to get into this project. But we'll see. The price has to come to me. That's basically the main thing. I'm not just gonna buy a project because I like a project. The price has to come to me to where I feel like I'm buying this at a undervalued price. and that's how I'm basically playing it. There's so many projects. I want to get to every project here. I want to get an Elixir, but I'm not gonna pay 15 Solana. That's just me, because I could be exit liquidity, which I don't want to be. So it's just small things like that, and I could potentially be a dumbass as well, because this could still go up to 30 Solana, and I could miss my opportunity. But would I care? I wouldn't care, to be honest, because I just want the price to come to me. That's basically it. All right. So next thing, experiments. 1.74 Solana. It did reach around 2 Solana. Crazy stuff, man. This was one project we talked about when it was 0.5. I think it was like for like 4 weeks we were talking about this, when it was down here at 0.5, 0.4. I was kind of shocked that it was that low for a YouTuber, a Solana YouTuber, the biggest YouTuber. And I bought actually 5 of them at that point, and I sold 2. I have 3 right now, and it finally exploded. I kind of wish I bought a lot more, because I bought 5. I usually don't buy 5 NFTs for a project. And I should have, that would have been my utter Kikiverse moment right here if I would have done it, but I didn't want to put too much in, But again, overall, some great profits. This was great. I'm sure this is still gonna go up to probably like 2.5, 3 Solana, as Jersey keeps building up his platform with his products, and he's doing some SaaS products as well, which is like post pre-mint type of SaaS products. Interesting stuff on what he's doing here. I'm surprised. People, NFT YouTubers, you would think they'll just create an NFT gamification project, but this guy is freaking moving. This guy, he's doing a lot more than what I expected. Casino games, SaaS markets. A lot of people don't like. Some people don't like casinos here and there, but that's it is what it is on that. But definitely some good stuff coming out from this. Eventually, it's gonna be too much of a high price at some point, and I do think maybe like around 3 Solana will probably be my limit as far as like if I will ever get back into experiments. So that's one of the things I will have to basically say about that. Now, is there anything else you guys want me to talk about? That's basically all the stuff I'm looking at as far as these projects. We have Liberty Square that has pumped a little bit from the 8th Sol. We never did get into this. I did talk about it. I was gonna get into it. I was not, but we didn't. I mean, I didn't. And then it finally pumped up to $12.99. Some great stuff for them. But again, can't get into everything. All right, so anything else to talk about? Let me know in the comments below. We'll definitely discuss about the project here and there. But if there's nothing else, I guess this will be the end of the show for today. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'll come on and we'll talk about these projects. So again, guys, thank you for everything. Like, subscribe, comment below. It pushes the algorithm, keeps me going with this stuff. And also we have our second channel called Value Vibes Media. Check that out, where I go live with a couple of my boys Tuesdays and Thursdays around the same time as well, where we talk not just NFTs, but the drama and everything that goes on in there. Check that out. Check our Discord. Much love, guys, and peace.